Hey everybody, welcome back to Wicked Sports and welcome back to the Bayou Breakdown. We're joined as always with Jack Tiernan. Jack, how you doing?
Brian, we're okay. We're fine. We're surviving. But definitely could have been worse today, I think.
I feel that. Obviously, Dolphins lost, but Saints lost as well. So we're not having a great time here on the channel for our teams. What went wrong? What'd you see out there?
A lot of things went wrong. I think at the beginning of the year we talked about um, Pete Carmichael and whether or not he can figure out this offense and make it work and make it jive. And the more that I'm seeing with a better quarterback, frankly, than Jameis, the more I'm realizing that that is still the problem, and that's not going to be fixed until he's out of here. So kind of sucks, honestly, because you're looking at a really talented team on paper where, again, Derek Carr, Alvin Kamara as your running back one, who honestly was fine today. I wouldn't say he was excellent, but he was fine. High volume of carries for about 4.6 yards per carry, which is fine. It's okay. Um, and I think it was like 13 receptions or something like that, but they're all dink and dump plays. He had 33 yards. So it's, I don't know, man. I think it was pretty piss poor, if I'm being completely honest with you. I think the offense was gross. We let Baker Mayfield get humming with the Bucks, which is not something I ever thought I'd say. Um, it was just gross. We couldn't get a touchdown. We couldn't score a touchdown. So it's not a good game offensively. Defense clearly wasn't on it either. So not fun.
Yeah, what do you think like the biggest reason? Obviously, three field goals, not what you're looking for. It's not like the Bucks scored a ton of points, but
No,
what did he do to kind of stagger the Saints offense and keep them out of the end zone here?
I mean, they just kind of applied a lot of pressure, right? And Carr couldn't throw downfield. I'm going to put a lot of blame on the shoulder. Like he had of 23 of 37 is not good. Like that's not great for 127 yards. That goes to, like that's I don't know what the average per yard that throw is, but like it's not good. He's not throwing downfield. He's nursing that shoulder a little bit. I feel like this was supposed to be a get right game, and it wasn't. I know the Bucks are solid this year. Honestly, Baker's doing a really good job, but at the same time, if we I think it's the pressure that they applied, right? They applied a lot of pressure on Carr. They knew he was hurt. They knew he was going to be a little bit more cautious. They took advantage of that, right? I mean, they shut down our receiving core entirely, almost, right? The best one was freaking Michael Thomas with 4 receptions for 53 yards, and that's not great, right? Olave had one catch for 4 yards. That's very much not the Chris Olave we've seen. So they've locked down that receiving core entirely, and they were still anytime there was a quick little dink and dump wheel route to Alvin, they pushed up on that and they applied pressure. Um, and that's what it came down to, honestly. I think their offense ran as intended. We didn't really apply much pressure um, in our secondary, frankly, and that's why they did well. So kind of sucks, honestly. But it is what it is. On to the next. It sucks that it was the Bucks because that's divisional rival, right? But at least I guess at least we're not the Falcons. I saw Desmond Ritter get screamed at by his receiver today when he tried to high five him. So none of that
Yeah,
happening yet, thankfully.
yeah, that was quite bad in London
Not
for the
good.
Falcons. Mac
Not good.
Hollins screaming.
Matt Collins was not happy. Yeah.
No, no. I guess what would you most like to see them do going forward? You said that the receivers get a little clamped down. How
For
do you
sure.
think that gets fixed? Do you think Derek Carr rushed back? Maybe I don't know.
I do. I think he did rush back. I think he was like, "Yeah, I can go." He's a competitor, right? A lot as all of these guys are. Um, I think he wanted to get out there. I think he thought that he's the best opportunity for this team to win, and I think he probably should have taken a week, to be honest with you. And now what's going to suck about it is he's not like we don't know if he's going to be fully healed. Is he feeling 100%? Like he played this week. If he didn't, he could definitely get right for week 5, right? And now it's like, okay, I don't know. Like, are we going to start Jameis next week? I doubt it. But at the same time, it would have been nice to have Derek just like take a day, like take a day here. It's fine. Come back to practice, deal with it later. But that's what I'd like to see. I don't know if it's the scheming that's an issue. It certainly seems like it. It seems like the play calls just aren't like they're not enough, like the play calling is not enough to make us the obviously better offensive team. When we have the weapons, we have the coverages set, like it did in our favor for the most part. So I don't know. I don't know what's up with that, frankly. Sucks. But it's we just got to be better. That's what it comes down to. We just got to be better. And we were not this week at all.
Right? Are there any bright spots to take away from this one? I know it's tough with only 9 points, but
Um, I I don't think so. Honestly, like I hate to say it, but I don't think there's I don't even think defensively you could say they were really nice. I think um, good pressure on Baker a lot of the time, but he's a good scrambler, so credit to him for that. Our defensive ends are probably some of the better ones in the league, right? The pressure, the pass rush that we can apply is nice, but that's probably it. I think they're the most consistent stabilizing force on this team, and if we don't have them, we have nothing, which is scary. But thankfully, we had them today. They didn't do much, but I mean, I'm looking at just some numbers too. I think the worst thing that could have possibly happened is Jameis comes in, throws one pass, and it gets picked. So that's like that kind of
Yeah.
was like a nice, like that's a good like indicator of how the day went, I think.
Mhm.
Not good. Not good.
Yeah. No. Well, I guess we can kind of look forward a little bit. We got the Patriots on the horizon who are currently getting annihilated.
Speaking of reeling, yeah.
Yeah, not looking good at all this season so far. I guess they started strong with close games to Philly and Miami, but the last couple of
Yeah.
weeks hasn't been great. I mean, who knows? At the time of recording, the Dallas game is pretty out of hand. Maybe the Patriots miraculously come back and make us look dumb. I doubt it very much.
Yeah.
But how are
Yeah.
you feeling going into that matchup?
I feel like the only reason I'm worried is Bill Belichick is a solid coach, and I think we are a little bit thin on our secondary right now with Marcus May out. Um, I I don't know, man. I feel like this should be a win, but I thought the same this week. So I everything is on its head right now. It's a bizarro NFL world. I think that this is still going to be a win. Um, this should be a bounce back game. If Derek Carr is like legitimately healthy, we have all of our receivers back. We have Alvin Kamara back from suspension, which is great, right? That I think that does add another level of dynamic to our offense. Clearly, it did not today. Um, Against a Patriots team who now I know Christian Gonzalez has been like popping off as their rookie corner, but he left today's game with an injury. I don't know if he'll be back. I don't know if it's a long-term thing, whatever. If he's gone, I feel like we should torch these guys. I do. I don't think there's a lot to worry about aside from essentially Matt Judon. Um, their running game has been bad. Their offense has been bad. Their O line is completely patchwork. I don't know, man. I feel like we should definitely win next week.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens there. Anything else from this week that we didn't touch on that you wanted to?
No, I want to be done with this week,
Yeah, I want
Ryan.
to be. Hey,
Yeah,
the
we're all
Miami
set. It
Minute
didn't
was
happen.
also pretty short this week,
Yeah,
for the
yeah.
same reason, so I can't blame you at all. Uh, Jack, where can they find you online?
Sure. Best place to find me is on Twitter or X, and that's at Jack_Tiernan. You can follow me there for NBA takes, NFL takes, all that stuff. You can also follow my disc golf account, and that's at Jack Disc Golfs on Instagram. Follow me there for more content.
Awesome. Follow Jack there, and you can follow me on Twitter at the Figgy Mark BMARR. Channel is on Twitter at Wicked Good Sport, and then every other social media search Wicked Good Sports. Thank you so much for your time, Jack,
Of course, Brian. Thanks for having me.
and we'll see you all in the next one.